This is the Celt Father. My name is Mark Gunn, and today I want to do something a little bit different. This is a podcast for my musician, actor, and artist friends out there. It might be just for you too, but I'm going to explore everything I have learned about how to create good videos all on my phone. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but first I want to let you know you can download a full album of my music, 21 MP3s from my first 20 albums, by heading over to keltfather.com. All right, now, I am not a professional videographer. I'm a musician and podcaster who recognizes the value of video for marketing. I've only been doing it for less than a year. My goal is to teach you how to record video and make it good and keep it simple. There's nothing as daunting as trying to stitch together a good 3-minute music video, so we're not going to do that yet. I'm a big believer in just getting started. Create. So my daughter is here, by the way. If you wait until you have to have it down perfect, you'll do what I did and wait 5 years. So don't do that. I make all of my movies on my iPhone 6s. I edit them in iMovie. For the most effective marketing with videos, I suggest you learn by doing short 30-second videos. You can do them as ads. That's kind of what I've been doing. Start by scripting what your goal is for each video. This is super important. It helps to clarify your message. Write in short sentences. At the end of each video, include a call to action. For me as a musician, that means my website. Offer a freebie to download on the website. The script does not need to be fancy. Again, keep it simple. We're talking about 100 words tops. You don't need a script, and many times I start without one. There is a good way of scripting for those who don't like to write. Record into your camera, or just the audio, and talk. Then transcribe what you recorded. Voila, you now have a script. All right, let's make a video. Now, since this is an audio podcast, I have no way of showing you specifics. It's up to you to figure out. Instead, I will guide you with the basic concepts. The first thing you need to consider is location. You want a place with good lighting and very little background noise. Those, of course, are the ideals. You can adjust the visuals, at least with lighting, and sometimes background noise can be useful. If you have a tripod, I would suggest that you get it out right now. If you don't, then find a nice place to set up your phone. Holding it is a recipe for disaster. Close your eyes and listen. Is there a lot of background noise? If so, find a new location. If one isn't available, oh well, let's keep planning. The microphone on the iPhone is pretty darn good. I tried out and did video reviews of a few microphones for the iPhone. Most were not comparably good enough to spend $20 and definitely not $100. If you want a much more clear sound, a lapel mic is always nice. But the headphone mic on your iPhone works pretty darn good. For all practical purposes, we're going to assume you are using the regular microphone on your phone. Let's go on to lighting. This has always been my nemesis. That's why many of my first videos were filmed outdoors. I could use natural lighting. Eventually, I needed to do video inside. That's why I bought a 3-point lighting system. It was pretty cheap. The lights cost about $40 each. I'll try to include a link on Amazon in the show notes. Put lights at 45-degree angles from you to the left and to the right and up. The third light, I haven't figured out how best to use. It's supposed to be a backlight to sort of set you apart from the background. My location has not worked out quite so well. Now, you may have heard of the DIY Workman lamps that you can use, and if you get a nice diffuser for the lamps, then it should work pretty well. A diffuser basically softens the light that shines on your face so that there are fewer shadows. But if you do go the Workman lamp light route, then make sure you have a day light bulb to balance out the orange glow of regular light bulbs. Considering the low price of the other lamps, I suggest skipping the DIY route altogether. Now let's talk about location. I'm not the best when it comes to figuring out aesthetics. My office is in a dark wood-paneled basement. It looks crappy, but with good lighting, it works out okay. You want something that is visually appealing, though. It shouldn't be too cluttered or dirty looking. It's also pretty boring if it's a very plain background. I have found too dark doesn't work either, so keep that in mind. Try shooting your background without you and maybe adjusting it a little so that it looks nice with or without you. You might get a friend who has a good visual aesthetics to check that out. Once you have a visually appealing background, you should try shooting some test shots with you in the frame. Now, from movie scripts, I've learned that there are basically 4 different shots. First is the wide location shot. That sets the location of where you're at. Second is the full body shot, which of course encompasses the full body. Third is the torso shot, and then last is the close-up. For the sake of our 30-second ad, we're going to just talk about the last two. The torso shot is exactly as it sounds, a shot from the waist up. It is your basic, friendly, everyday shot. A close-up is, of course, basically a headshot. It's a good way to get a little bit more intimate with the viewer. Your basic torso shot should have you 3 to 5 feet from the camera, while the close-up will have you 1 to 2 feet. It may distort your facial features if you get too close, so be warned. Let's start shooting. Now, I am terrible at memorizing scripts. My mind goes blank as soon as I start rolling. But I still try to memorize these long scripts and record something. Then I learned the most important tip for video making: jump cuts. Before you start recording, I want to take a moment to talk about editing your videos. This is super important if you plan ahead. One of the most popular features on editing software is the crossfade. This allows you to pleasingly blend two scenes. If you're new to video, you will want to use it, but don't. Go watch any video, TV show, movie, you will see the jump cut. In fact, most YouTubers use nothing but jump cuts. If you ever worked with audio, you'll find it actually works better, and I'll explain why. My goal with video is to make sure the audio sounds good. So if you can listen to the video with your eyes closed, it should sound natural. Now, with scripting, I said write short sentences. That's because when you record the video, you want to make it easy to edit. When you record your video, speak in short sentences. If you have a crappy memory for memorizing, like I do, this will help you with your video editing later. I memorize one very short sentence, look at the camera, smile, recite the sentence, pause, look down, and memorize the next short sentence. When you go to edit this video, you will be able to easily cut after your short sentence and stitch together good sounding audio. If you don't move much, many people might not even notice the jump cut. It's not important whether they do or not. This is the modern style and it looks good. Of course, you can do the same thing with a script. Just start talking. Keep your sentences short, or at least your ideas short. Then just talk. Just remember that 5 minutes of rambling may take 30 minutes to an hour of editing. But with practice, I have found that 30 seconds of video I can edit in 5 to 10 minutes, complete with pseudo subtitles. Subtitles, you ask? No, these are not the SRT file of actual subtitles. Instead, I just quickly overlay text for what I am saying in the video. Since it's only a 30-second ad and you're speaking in short sentences, it's quick and easy to do. From here, I recommend you practice a lot. Create a weekly video ad for something. Keep it short. As you get better at it, you can make it a little longer or start using effects. Eventually will come the full music video. The big thing, as with all marketing, is tell a story. A good story will engage your viewers and get them excited to learn more, even if it's just a 30-second ad. So think about that. Now, before we finish, I want to send a special thanks to all my gun runners on Patreon who pledge just $1 or more per month to help me make a living as a musician. You'll get free music, early versions of songs and lyrics, behind-the-scenes podcasts, and first look at new videos, and you'll find all the details at markgunn.net. The Kilt Father was produced by Mark Gunn. If you enjoyed this episode, then please post a review on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. I want to invite you again to my website at kiltfather.com. You can subscribe to my mailing list and download a free album. You'll enjoy hours of music plus a few free gifts. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. Sláinte. I know you see pictures of Mommy and Daddy and KK.